Alright boys, so we're going to lay down then after that set. Almost passed out. I feel like I was very red-faced before. Now I feel like I'm pale a bit again. I don't know if I am, but I feel pale. I've been resting for around 4 minutes now, my head's still a bit dizzy. I'm going to get this last set. I've put some Tom Platts on. I've put some Tom Platts on. I'm gonna have a sip of water now, and then I'll get the last set. I'm hoping that if I have Tom Platts screaming, "Kill me! Kill me!" then that will motivate me to fucking crush this final set of 20 squats. It kills. 20 squats. Sorry, 20 reps on squats is a hard feat to muster up. Okay? Even if you can squat hundreds and hundreds of kilograms, doing a 20 rep set is something everyone can respect. It's truly difficult when it comes to squats. Yeah. Have some water, put the camera down, put the video on from the beginning, and then I'll get it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you go, Dave? Come on. There's 10. 5 more. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Come on. 5. Excellent. Great job. Yes. Say yes. Yes. 3 more for 20. 3 more. Stronger, stronger. Come on. 1 more. 20. Come on. Get it. Oh, you're strong. You got 2 more. You can do it. Get it. Go. 16. 5 more. Oh, you get stronger. Come on. 4 more. 3 more. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. 2 more. 2 more. 1 more. 1 more. Good. She failed. 1 more. You have to keep failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. I'm scared. You know something? That means you're winning it. Now, who wants to go from failure is to win. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except you can train not as hard.
Let's do some Romanian deadlifts. Right boys, I'm doing 2 sets of these now. I'll never understand why people like cars. I'm doing 2 sets of these now, just 10 reps, and I'm focusing on the squeeze the whole time. I feel fried, like mentally, physically exhausted. I'm still going to keep going. I'll do 1 set from the front, then I'll whack you behind me, and I'll just drag the crash mat forward, and I'll show you the hamstring stretch that I'm getting as I'm doing it, and then I'll do some calves, then I'm done. These are undershorts, by the way, these are shorts. I am wearing shorts underneath. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to turn around and I'll show you guys from the back.
Somebody else did. To a boldly go where no one else dared. It's fine. That's fine. That's where it always will be. That's where it's always been. People forgot. It's like nothing compares to this once. You can do leg presses. Why? Why do an inferior?
Alright boys, just got my calf extensions left to do now. Here we go.
You are the God who saves me. Day and night I cry out to you. May my prayer come before you. Turn your ear to my cry. I am overwhelmed with troubles, and my life draws near to death. I am set apart with the dead, like the slain who lie in the grave. Whom you remember little, who are cut out from your care. You have taken from me friend and neighbor. Darkness is my closest friend. How long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? Or cry out to you, violence, but you do not save? to you, God, but you do not answer. I stand up, but you merely look at me. You turn on me ruthlessly. My Father, if it is not possible for this cup to be taken away unless I drink it, may your will be done. About noon, as I came near Damascus, suddenly a bright light from heaven flashed around me. I fell to the ground and heard a voice say to me, Saul, why do you persecute me? Who are you, Lord? I asked. I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting.
There will be days when we lose faith, days when our allies turn against us. But the day will never come that we forsake this planet and its people.
My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from my cries of pain? Be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Have faith in God. Who will rescue me from this body that is subject to death? Then the Lord spoke to Job out of the storm. He said, where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Whom our prophets dimensions, surely you know. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, the former things have taken place, and new things I declare. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Why do I put myself in jeopardy and take my life in my hands? Though he slay me, I hope in him.
Alright, I think that was around 130-ish calf raises. I've got to tell you boys, this is one of the first times that I've done a proper leg session in a long time, because before now I've just been doing like a heavy few sets of bent over rows, a heavy few sets of squats, maybe some good mornings or maybe some calf raises, rarely though. And training legs properly for the first time, it's a good feeling, like for the first time in months. It's a good feeling. I feel the blood rushing to my legs, I feel the lactic acid build up, I feel the fatigue, I feel tired. And the good thing about legs is it shapes your whole body. If you're training legs in the correct way, especially when you're doing compound movements with, I can't have my legs punched up. Especially when you're doing compound movements with legs, it rocks your whole body. You know, you are not just recruiting your quads, but you're also recruiting your groin, your lower abs, your upper abs. If you're locking in for the squat, you'll squat like this. You're recruiting your shoulders as well, and your your lats as well. So, yeah, the legs are a whole body exercise. They really are. If you're doing Romanian deadlifts, you're gripping the heavy weights. You know, you're working your forearms, your biceps, your lats again, your traps, your lower back. All these different, but your calves again. All these different muscles are being worked. So I love training legs. I mean, I hate training. I love it, but I hate it. It's a love-hate. I love the feeling of growth, because every time I train legs, it always feels like I'm going to get insane growth. I've never trained legs once and thought, maybe I haven't simulated growth in that session. Every time I do a regular session with legs, it always feels like I'm going to grow and get stronger. Yeah, but it just fucking burns. You know, and people say, yeah, it just burns in the beginning because you don't do it often enough. Not true. If you're exercising with the correct intensity, it burns every time. That's what I find, at least. If it stopped aching, it stopped hurting. Not hurting, but aching and becoming sore. Maybe you just need to up the weights or up the intensity a bit, because after every session, I can feel it for days. And if I don't feel it, then I think to myself, maybe I didn't push myself hard enough, you know? Even on sessions whereby it looks as though I'm not trying, or it looks as though I'm just doing a couple of sets here and there, you know, like 1 or 2. I sometimes, some of the sessions I've done like 2 reps for 2 sets, and then that's all I've done for the whole session. And somebody watching it might think, that's not really a proper session, you know, he's barely done anything. But those 2 reps were my absolute closest to failure I've ever gotten. My whole body's shaking. It was absolutely insanely difficult. I recruited all the muscles I could to muster up those 2 reps. And what I have to say is, if you're getting to that level of failure, that level of difficulty, versus somebody who does 1,000 sets, which one? Who's going to have the most growth? You know, if you've got somebody putting his balls to the wall versus somebody who's just doing, you know, going through the motions, doing their regular training program. I have to say, the person who is, in my opinion, pushing himself to the absolute max, his maximum potential, that person's going to get the most growth. Now, I'm going to go for a walk, because I learned very, very long time ago that if you sit grouped up, like, you know, hunched up or cross-legged or anything like that after training legs, you're just setting yourself up for cramp city, all right, all night long, and all the next day, and all the day after. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a little walk just to stretch out my legs. I'll eat a bit of chicken as well as I go for the walk. I'm currently on day 3 of my, why am I forgetting the word? Carnivore diet. By the way, on day 3, and I feel good. No, like yesterday I felt quite lightheaded almost, like I was having withdrawals basically. I used to smoke, so I know what that feels like, having withdrawals. And I think that was just because of the carbs. Today I feel great. Haven't had any withdrawals. Haven't had any shakes or any lightheadedness. I felt sharp all day. I felt good. Yeah, so the carnivore diet so far feels good. I'm definitely dropping weight. At least I'm dropping body fat. And I'm assuming that's just water weight, because if I'm not consuming as much carbs, I'm just reducing the amount of bloat that I have inside my system. So yeah, things are going well though. You know, I feel good. Training's going well. This type of training as well I enjoy, and it's a good shake up to what I've been doing recently, whereby I was just going for the heavy weights all the time. So all in all, boys, things are going well. Hope you're enjoying this style of training as well. You know, it's pretty more bog standard than what I was doing, but clearly I hit a plateau and I needed to change things up to continue progressing. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, boys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana, mis gringos. Adios.